Hey beauty ambassadors, whether you are new to Avon or you may be an established Avon ambassador and you need help with setting your goals and also trying to figure out exactly how much you need to sell in order to earn a specific amount of income, I want to show you exactly how to do that in this video. So we're going to be setting some goals and I'm going to show you exactly how to determine your earnings. So stay tuned. Welcome to Beauty and Boss Life. Hi, I'm Felita Danieli, Beauty Ambassador, Leadership Mentor, and Business Coach. If you are passionate about beauty, self-care, confidence, and building a business that fits your lifestyle, you are in the right place. On this channel, you'll find beauty tips, product reviews, business training, motivation, and strategies to help you look your best and live your best life. And don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and join our growing community. Let's build beauty, confidence, and success together. Hey beauty ambassadors, welcome back to my channel. My name is Felita Danieli, independent beauty ambassador and leadership mentor and business coach with Avon. I am so excited to come back out to you again this week with a new video. You know, I have so many new people that have they're either new to the business or they've been in the business for quite some time, but they just have not had the mentorship from, someone who can kind of help guide them throughout the business. I have always been one who has always had a form of structure and organization in everything that I do. And I make sure that I communicate that information to my team members and anybody else who needs help as well. So in this video, this is actually a video that was requested by an Avon business associate of mine who is in my group chat. And so I thought that this would be the perfect time to go over this information and show you how to set your goals and also determine your income. Now, let's get started. Now, this particular business goal and tracker form that you see before you, this is just something that I personally created myself. This is not, this is not by the company. I just put this together myself because at the time, we did not have anything to actually, sit down, some type of form or tracker to write out our goals. And so I had to come up with something specifically for myself. And then, of course, after that, I started to just use it to pass it on to my team members. So this is just a form that I created. And of course, I just titled it Avon Business Goals and Tracker. Now, the first thing you need to do when it comes to completing this, your goals, is to determine how much money you really want to earn. You have got to have your why attached to your goal. And when your why is strong enough, you'll find yourself pushing towards it even more harder, because you won't just throw in the towels. I just find that there's just a lot of people that come into the business who are really not serious. They see that it's a free opportunity and they sign up and they don't do anything with it. But I am here to tell you that you can make money in this business if you are really willing to get structured, get organized, and put in the work. That's the problem that a lot of people don't realize. They come into the business and just think that they don't have to work, but you got to work in order to make some money, okay? So the first thing you have to decide, again, is your income goal. And you see here that I have here on this top row here is your income goal. All right. Now, many times the company will run some type of incentive. And so that's why I put this row here for the incentive. Now, currently, I believe we do have an incentive going on right now for leadership. And if you're interested in getting started in leadership, that may be something that, you can work towards as well. But on the third row here, you'll see where I have an area specifically for the campaign, for what campaign you're in. So we are now closing out campaign 13 as of the date of the recording of this video. So we're closing out campaign 13. So now you can set your goals for campaign 14. So if you're in 14, 15, 16, at whatever time you're watching this video, just indicate right here what campaign you're in. All right. The next date you're going to need is the closing date for that specific campaign. Now, campaign 14 does not officially start until Wednesday, July 1st. It officially starts Wednesday, July 1st, and we close out on that campaign on Tuesday, July the 14th. So we technically have 13 days to work our business and to work on achieving the specific sales that we need in order to earn the amount of income that we are looking to earn. Okay. Now, the next thing you're going to need to know is your sales goals. You're going to need to know exactly what's your target for the sales that you need to earn the amount of money that you're aiming to earn. You're also going to need the number of customers that are going to be required. Now, if you're not in leadership, don't worry about a recruiting goal. All right. I put that here specifically for those who are in leadership. All right. So now I want to go over and show you an example of the earnings that will be required. So I specifically typed up an earnings example for you. So here we go. So here is an earnings example. So let's say, for instance, your income goal is $200 for the campaign. You want to earn at least a couple of $100 over the next, 13 days. Okay. Now, based upon the earnings chart from Avon, let's look at what Avon says is required, okay, in order for you to earn and achieve a specific amount of income. So based upon this chart, you can see here, if your sales are between $40 to $199.99, you only earn 20%. If your sales are between $120 to $349.99, you'll earn 30%. You already want to earn 20%, so we know we've got to go a little bit higher. So we need to be within the 40% earnings bracket in order to achieve our $200 income goal. So your sales need to be between $350 to $1,499.99. Okay. All right. So let's go back to my earnings chart here. Now, the sales required to earn this amount right here will be $600. You're going to need at least $600 in sales for the campaign. That's approximately $300 per week. All right. Now, when you look at it per day, that's only about $60 in sales per day. So all you really need to do is focus on acquiring one customer every single day who places an order with you of at least $60 or more. Okay. Now, we all know that every so often Avon offers free shipping offers to anyone who places an order size of $25 or higher. But in order for your customer, your new customer, to get free shipping, they have to place that minimum $60 order. So just keep that in mind, okay? So if you focus on getting one customer 5 days a week, that's going to give you a total of $300 in sales. Okay, one customer every single day is going to give you $300 in sales for that week. All right, now let's look at the law of average. The law of average says that for every 10 people that you talk to, you will get one. All right, that is in a cold market. A cold market is people that you do not know. All right, so which means that you need to be prospecting at least 10 new people every single day in order to get that one customer per day. All right, now in a warm market is people that you personally know. All right, you have established a relationship with them. These are people who know you, and sometimes they like you, and sometimes they do trust you. All right, so these are going to be people in your warm market. So people in your warm market, the law of average says for every 5 people that you know and you personally speak to in your warm market, you will gain 1. All right, so the law of average, 10 to 1 in a cold market, 5 to 1 in a warm market. All right, so when we look at these specific numbers right here, you're going to need at least 10 customers in order to achieve this $600 in sales for the campaign, in order to achieve that goal. All right, so 10 customers times $60 each equals $600. That is provided that you have sold full commission products. Your full commission products would be your products such as your skincare, your body care, your makeup, your fragrance, your jewelry. Those are all full commissionable products. All right, now that number is going to look different when you sell fashion and home products. All right, your commission is less when it comes to fashion and home products. So let's look at the chart again according to Avon. Now this would actually take you up to 25% on fashion and home products. So my number that I had indicated here, I had indicated 20%, but that's going to take you up to 25% commission, which is going to give you a little bit more of earnings. So let's look at what 25%, let's see here. Where's my calculator? Let's see. 0.25 times $600. Okay, so instead of $120 earnings, we're going to change that to 25. So instead of $120 earning, that would net you $150. So the numbers look different when you, depending on the products that you sell. So it's best, you can't really tell people what to buy, but the more consumable products you sell, the higher your commissions and the greater your chances of a repeat customer. Okay, now, so looking at this number, the 10 customers at $60 each will give you the $600 in sales. All right, so now when we take that $600 that we have sold in sales, and we, let's see, my sales multiplied by 40%, that is going to equal $240. You can see and understand how I did that. So what I did, we sold $600 in full commissionable products. All right. That number was multiplied by 40% because the $600 put us in the 40% earnings category. Okay. So when you multiply that by 40%, that's going to give you earnings of $240. All right. Now, out of that $240, you have to decide whether or not you're going to reinvest back into your business to purchase brochures, bags, any type of business tools that you may need for your business. You have to make that determination. You can buy samples. You can make a decision to buy, maybe invest $10 in samples and $10 in brochures. Okay. So we would have to turn around and then subtract our business tools. And just to give you an example, if you spent $20 on tools, okay, that is going to finally net your earnings to $220. All right. So therefore you have reached your goal. So that is how you determine, and the more money you need to earn, the higher your sales need to be. Okay. So again, in order for you to determine this, you need to always know and understand the commission levels. You can always find the commission levels inside the web office. Okay. If you go inside the web office and you look for the 2026 commissions, you can just type it in the search tools, 2026 commissions, and it'll populate to this page here. You need to always know and understand exactly what your sales target is in order for you to reach your income goal. All right. So again, that number would look different if you're selling only fashion products. Okay. All of the clothing and the shoes, that number is going to look different. So you'll only net and earn about $150. So just understand that there is a difference there. Okay. All right. So now let's move on to, let's continue on with, and I'm sorry, I'm all over the page here. So right here, your sales goal would be $600 and the number of customers required would be 10. All right. So that's based upon, again, a $200 sales goal. All right. So here are some things that I want to encourage you to do on a daily basis, because building a business has a lot to do with your mindset. And your mindset, as they always say, your attitude will determine your altitude. So your mindset and how you see things is what's going to really make a difference in your business and how you grow your business. If you just automatically say that's just totally impossible, then it will be impossible. But sometimes it will take you some time to work up to that number. But if you know a lot of people, then you can influence a lot of people to become customers. And that's why you have to be in a regular habit of making sure that you're prospecting every single day and you're sending out your brochure, the link to your digital brochure every single day. All right. Now, another thing I want you to make sure that you're doing is making sure that you're taking your training. If you follow Avon's YouTube page, they do a lot of training there on the YouTube page, and that's where you can get a lot of your knowledge and a lot of your training that you need. Also, if you log into the website and you go to the Buzz, on the tab there that says the Buzz, there's a lot of training information there for you that will tell you when the live events are scheduled. All right. So you want to make sure that you are doing that as well. Now, another thing you want to do is that you want to make sure that you're paying attention to what's trending, okay, in the world of beauty. And you can always just, you can just Google it and just type the question, what's trending in the world of beauty? And then you can schedule your content around those things that are trending. And you can also follow Avon's North America Ambassadors Facebook page and just kind of follow and copy what they do. You can share that information from their page over to your business page, and that way you don't have to put a lot of thought into it, okay? But it does take time. It does take time sitting down, scheduling, and planning out your content that you're going to use. Now, with the invention of AI, it has made things so much easier. You can go into AI, you can create infographics of your products, and I'm going to do another video on that and show you how to do that as well. So depending on which platform that you use, AI platform that you use, it can be ChatGPT, it can be Gemini, whatever it is, just know that AI will definitely help you to build your business. If you just go in there and ask it, if you tell Chat or Gemini, whichever one, tell them you're in the beauty business and you can copy the earnings chart and tell them you want to earn this amount of money, it'll specifically tell you what your personal sales needs to be. I'm just kind of old school and I still do the math the old school way. So that's just what I usually do myself. All right. Now, some people can't really focus on multiple platforms. I personally do, because I just feel like, I've met so many people all over the world that if I had just totally restricted myself just to Facebook alone, I wouldn't have all of the followers that I have over on TikTok, or I wouldn't have any followers over on YouTube. I wouldn't have any of that had I just totally restricted myself to Facebook. Now, if you cannot do multiple platforms, then I encourage you to do at least two. The Nextdoor app is another good app for you to use in your area, because you will be able to find local customers who may be interested in your products that are right there in your area. So if you are just a Facebook person, then you can do Facebook and Nextdoor, okay? If you're a TikTok person, then I would say expand on TikTok. But one thing I have learned about TikTok kind of wants you to, they kind of want you to promote their own brand partners there. I notice whenever I post my information on TikTok, I barely get any views. Okay, so I'm not saying that same thing will happen to you, but that's just been my personal experience. Okay, so whatever social media platform you're on, you don't have to worry about all of these. This is just something that I put here because this is, like I said, this is where I am. Okay, so your goal on social media is to create brand awareness, all right, and to grow your followers. Okay, so every single day you want to make sure that you're posting some type of greetings. This is actually greeting here. Some type of lifestyle information or product information or info products or something. Okay. And you want to make sure that you are connecting with at least 5 to 10 new people every single day to build relationships and build a large following. And when someone follows you, don't be afraid to follow them back and message them and just tell them thank you for the follow. And if they're ever interested in any of your products or services, to please reach out. And you can ask if it's okay for you to share your website link. Don't just go spamming them with your link, because a lot of these social platforms, they will ban your account if you're spamming people with your link. So always ask for permission before you do that. Okay. All right, so you want to schedule all of your your content. You can automatically schedule that on Facebook. All right, if you're on Facebook, you can also automatically schedule it on TikTok as well. But I don't believe that Nextdoor has that ability to do that. I do know that Instagram, you can do it on Instagram as well. Okay, but the main platforms you want to be on would definitely be Pinterest, because Pinterest is not a social media platform. It's more of a search engine platform. So if you are, if you want to grow, then the main social platforms you want to be on would be search engine friendly. Okay, so that would be your Pinterest, that would be your YouTube, and you also need to create a Google business page. And I'm surprised that I don't have Google business page on here, but I'm going to go back and update this page and add it to this page. So you can see here that I have daily IPAs. IPAs are income producing activities. All right, so these are some of the tasks that you want to do every single day. Post 3 to 5 times a day with hashtags to grow your social media accounts. Invite people to the live events usually held on Thursdays, the live streams. You can also do live stream events yourself, and you can talk about the products. You can talk about anything. You can start sharing information about the products that you personally use yourself. Prospecting 5 to 10 people on social media every single day. All right, follow up with your prospects. Some people will say, well, I'm not interested right now. Make sure that you keep a notebook. All right, keep a notebook that you keep all of your contacts in. So you want to make sure that you write down where you met that person at, and the conversation that you had, and the date. And if she says, well, I'm not interested right now, you can follow up with me in a couple of months or so. Make sure you follow up in a couple of months, because that may be a long-term customer for you. You just never ever know. Okay, all right, so you definitely want to do that. And then another thing you want to do is engage in groups. Now of course, Facebook does have a lot of groups, so you want to make sure you're engaged in and you're participating in some of the groups as well. Those would be groups that contain a lot of women. Okay, and you want to make sure you read the rules before you start posting any information. Start making yourself known by posting something like, some greetings, some type of, inspirational information or something like that you can share with the group, and start commenting on the post so that people can get to know you, like you, and trust you, because that's how you start building clients and building customers. Okay. All right. And I also have listed here follow-up coaching calls. Show people that you care. Any type of brochure that you give out, if you send out the brochure via text message, you want to follow up with them. All right. And another thing you also want to do is, when you start building your customer base, you want to schedule follow-up calls with your customers. I call them I care calls. These are calls that you call your customers just to check in on them, to see if they were happy with their purchase. Because sometimes, you can service someone and you never come back. You got to realize there's a lot of competition out here. And what's going to set you apart from that customer going into a store somewhere is you building a relationship. Walmart is not building a personal relationship with this customer. Target is not building a personal relationship. And sometimes people just need that person who can talk to them and share with them information. So you want to be that person that you are building that one-on-one relationship with that customer. Okay. All right. So here are some of your weekly IPAs, income producing activities. You want to sit down and make a plan every single week of what you're going to do. Map out your content. You can just, if you're going to just share information from the brochure, just copy the page, save them in your phone so that you can upload them and schedule them. Okay. You want to make sure you're sending out that brochure on a regular basis, at least every day or every other day. And that's how people are going to start seeing you're serious about your business. Okay. Another thing, service local businesses. You can go into local businesses and you can ask if it would be okay to leave your flyers, your brochures, or your business cards. And then back in the day, we used to canvass neighborhoods. So if you live in a pretty safe neighborhood, you can, go and just canvass your neighborhood as well. Leave the flyer or the brochure on the front porch. I would not, please do not put anything inside anyone's mailbox, because that is a federal offense. So you want to make sure that you're not tampering with people's mailboxes. So if you're going to canvass the neighborhood, then you want to just leave the brochure on the front porch. Okay. All right. So servicing those local businesses is one of the best ways to do it, because people are constantly in and out of those stores all the time. And so a lot of times when they see your brochure or your business card, brochures generally work the best. But, every store that I go in, especially the beauty supply stores and the nail salons, I always find business cards. So always pick up those cards, because you can use those people as potential customers and prospects as well. Pick up their contact information and use them as a potential lead. They may be someone who may be interested in your services as well. Okay. All right. Now, when it comes to events, you want to scout for local events online to attend. You can go to Eventbrite. You can just Google and just say events in my area, networking events in my area. That way you can attend these events and you can just kind of use it as a prospecting opportunity to meet new potential customers. Or if you're interested in setting up as a vendor there, you can do that as well. A lot of people like to do that. Okay. All right. And let's see, schedule your social media post. You can use Canva, but in order for you to schedule your social media post with Canva, you do have to have a pro account. I've always had a pro account with Canva. I know I've had Canva at least 5 years. The pro account is only $12.99 per month. You can go in and you can create flyers, you can create videos, you can do all of that with Canva for only $12.99 a month. And they also have a content scheduler as well. And you can integrate all of your social media platforms, and you can schedule everything to go out inside Canva. All right, let's see, let's move on, and let's see, download product pictures, shareable videos. I've already kind of talked about that. Online directory registry. You can register and submit your business with your website. It used to be that you could do it for free on yp.com, wp.com, Yelp, Google Business Page. I know it's free with Google Business Page, but I think some of these other ones may be charging. I have not done it in quite some time, but you might want to just Google online business registries. Okay, and it'll give you a list, and ChatGPT or Gemini, whichever platform you use, just Google it. It'll tell you everything that you need to know. Okay. All right. And then once you get those customers, you want to make sure that you stay in contact with those customers. You don't ever want to service them once. Always go back to service your customers, either by text, either by email, or either using Campaign Mailer. Campaign Mailer is a separate company outside of Avon. They will take care of mailing brochures out to your customers with a charge. I think it's like $2.80 per brochure. That includes the postage and the brochure. You cannot find that cheaper anywhere. So I do encourage you to use Campaign Mailer. All you have to do is go to campaign-mailer. It's either .com or either .us. Okay. Then also you can use your what's new, your what's new as your promos. I'm not exactly sure. I'll have to go back and review that and see exactly what I was trying to say there. But anyway, I will make the updated form available to you for those who are in my group chat. I'm going to post it there in the group chat and you can download it there. Okay. And then the birthday e-cards, you might want to find out from your customers when their birthdays are and send them. You can schedule it on your calendar. I use a scheduler for everything. Put their birthday on your calendar, and then also have it to ding at you to set up notifications so that it'll notify you when the person's birthday is, and so you can send them a happy birthday e-card. You'll be amazed at how when you do those little simple things for people, how it really encourages them to continue to shop with you. Okay, all right, well, I am going to go ahead and end this video. I did not intend on it being this long, but anyway, if you stayed this long, I want to thank you so much for your time. Please be sure to give me a like and also share the video with someone you think may be interested. And also don't forget to follow me. If you like content like this that will help you grow your business, please be sure to like and follow and turn on that notification bell so that you'll be notified when I upload new videos. All right. So with that being said, I want to thank you all so much for watching. Until the next time, you take care, take charge, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.